create a form. And then the input, well, let's do the text first. Just, well, we could put the search text right inside the search.
So we're just making a text input field with a form here that calls back to the same WebDNA page. You've probably noticed so far that we've gotten through the navigation, a product list page, a product detail page, and we're able to do all of that using actually a single page and just turning on and off different parts of that page using variables in WebDNA. There's, you can obviously put code on different pages that you call, or keep calling the same page and setting different flags. And you can do whichever you prefer.
So I've started the form up here, and we're going to, as we mentioned earlier, we're going to use that results page also for the keywords search results. And also we need to specify a search type since this is a different search type. So I'm just going to grab that. Now I'll go ahead and copy, paste, and we'll grab the search type here. We'll call this keyword. So just quickly refresh, and there we have our search bar. I'm going to make it a little smaller so it fits a little nicer in there. You might want to use some CSS a little later to make it a little nicer.
That size is separate from max, so even though we type more characters than 15 in there, we can still search. We just don't need to take up more space on the page to do that.
Right, and just to let them know it's a search, I'll put just that text in the value wherever that's at, right there. Oops. Okay. So now we need to create the results. And I accidentally closed the window there. Okay. Now we need to open the
index DNA.
Oh, yeah, I didn't create a separate thing for that yet. Okay, so up at the top there.
So you have a switch case and a results page.
Right. So what we're going to do is now we need to, since we're using this page for both the navigate or the category navigation and the keyword search, we're going to set the search type here. So T underscore search type equals, or search and before I finish that off, I'm going to create another switch context. That was CTR. I think the first one was categories, maybe. I have to go back and look and make sure, but and this one was keywords. So what I'm doing here is we have this form variable called CTR underscore search type coming through to this page. What we want to do is we want to set the search params. So I created this T underscore search params variable in both cases, and they're going to be different search params depending on what type of search comes through. So let's quickly go back and make sure we have this right. So CTR underscore search type equals categories. We got that one right, and then CTR underscore search type equals keyword without the S. So I'll have to change that. Actually, I'm going to change it on navigation side just because it makes more sense. You can have more than one keyword there. So change that. All right. So we already have our search params for the category search.
Just to be clear, search parameters refers to nothing more than that collection of name-value pairs that's being appended or added into the context. So what we're doing is just taking that whole collection of name-value pairs and saving it as a string. We're assigning it to a string variable called tSearchParams.
All right. Now I'm choosing to encode this string in the URL context. But I need to also be careful to decode it when displaying it, and that's by using or putting the string in un-URLs. So now our search string, I'm replacing, it's the same for categories, it's the same search string. I'm just replacing the call with a variable. So if I save this here, I can demonstrate that theoretically we haven't broken anything. So let's oops. Okay, so there is a some syntax error there. So let's go back.
Looks like it was expecting a closing case
Right here.
tag. There it is.
Right there. So
Two closing unerls instead of one opening and one closing.
right. At least that's the first problem. We'll see if I got rid of all of them. There. So okay. So
There
it's
you
still functioning correctly. Takes us to the detail page. All right. So again, instead of having a static search here, we're creating a dynamic search results based on what type of search we are coming to this page from. So now for the keywords, we're going to create our keyword search. And I'll go ahead and type this, and then we'll talk about it when I get done. First of all, the variables coming over is CTR keywords, I believe, but let's check that real quick. Keywords, CTR underscore keywords. So
WO stands for word or, which means we're going to look for any of the words that were typed into that text box.
And I'm going to cheat here. I need to remind myself of
This isn't cheating.
how to group words. So
This is meant to show you that even after you've done this as long as Donovan has, you still need to refer to the docs once in a while. No one's that superhuman. And the docs are laid out really nice. It's really quick and easy to go through and figure out what you need.
All right, so we have the ability to search more than one database field, which is what we want here. We want to be able to search things like the SKU, the title, the product description, all those things with one simple keyword. So I'm going to grab this syntax right here.
By the way, this is a function in WebDNA that makes its search capability rival anybody's, Google, anybody.
Sure.
Because it has very sophisticated search capability and weighting the results and all that and eliminating duplicates. But the fact that you can group fields together like this, so we can take a keyword like tea cozy or something,